South Korea recorded more deaths than births in 2020 for the first time ever, raising fresh alarm in the country which already has the world's lowest birth rate.
Here's a summary of the article.
AFP. South Korea recorded more deaths than births in 2020 for the first time ever, raising fresh alarm in the country which already has the world's lowest birth rate. AFP. Last month, President Moon Jae-in launched several policies aimed at addressing the low birth rate, including cash incentives for families. Under the scheme, from 2022, every child born will receive a cash bonus of 2 million won to help cover prenatal expenses, on top of a monthly payout of 300,000 won handed out until the baby turns 1. The incentive will increase to 500,000 won every month from 2025. EPA. Largely, it's because in South Korea, women struggle to achieve a balance between work and other life demands. Faced with conditions that are not family-friendly in South Korea, she is reconsidering her plans to have children. It's expensive to raise a child. The government providing an extra couple 100,000 won won't solve our problems.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I lived in Korea in the 90s. The changes that country has since undergone in such a short time period blow my mind. Having children, more specifically a son, was just about everybody's biggest goal in life. I was in my 20s back then. People who were in their 40s would tell me that life had no meaning without children.
Greater than people who were in their 40s would tell me that life had no meaning without children. There's a friend of mine that said anybody having children only at 30, that'd be me, would regret not having any earlier.
I was old enough to have a job that reasonably supported a family, but young enough to enjoy playing with her. Edit. Regarding that whole able to reasonably support thing, if it makes some of you feel better, my daughter was 3 months old when 9/11 hit. I truly do understand the financial hardships younger people face. I feel very fortunate to have weathered this COVID storm without financial hardships so far.
My parents had me as an only child. Technically I have siblings, but all out of the house at 40. They do feel more like grandparents on occasion.
My mum and dad were 40 and 34 when my brother was born and 42 and 36 when I was born. Love it. I put a lot of my dad's wisdom, even-headedness, fairness and calm down to him having had a lot of experiences before kids. The ways in which he might be somewhat like a grandparent are all good ways, and the only downside to having older parents is that they won't see their own grandkids get very old. But I absolutely wouldn't trade the age of my parents for anything.
I had kids moderately late and so did my parents. The only thing I regret is my parents won't really see my kids grow up to become adults. Also, I envied a lot of my friends who had mentally and physically active parents helping out while they had young kids.
Cost of living, women not wanting to give up their lives to full-time motherhood at a young age. Plus everyone hates Korea's grind system of capitalism that makes life so pressuring and without reward. The world is a mess right now, but it's been a mess for the past decade for young people. These people are turning to what is secure and stable in a world with less opportunities and more pressure and anxiety. Can't say I blame them. Don't have kids if you're not ready, even if it's not your fault that you're not.
In general, the world seems to be growing unstable. It's a ticking time bomb. Even though I don't live in South Korea, I don't ever see myself having kids because of the current predicaments residing Earth and my country.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.